morning and welcome to Race Streamer. Today I'm at Lydd Circuit, which is on the south coast of Kent, and I'm conducting my own track walk because thanks to a closure on the M20 I was too late for the normal track walk. So at the beginning of every day, Nicky Richardson, who's Club 100's test driver, he conducts a track walk and he gives loads of tips on certain lines to take, reference points for braking, etc. So that's normally a really helpful thing to attend if you actually get here on time. It will be a good test today to see what I can kind of teach myself of the track, and I guess I'm going to be a bit down on pace, so we'll see how close I get to the front, or depending on your opinion, how far off I am.
Rob Dowsett alongside. I think I saw someone asking a question, is Rob Dowsett here today? He is. There he is, starting sixth.
A lot of big hitters in this one. Saw Ed Bars just pass through the shot. Eyes on the lights. They're red. They're green. We're racing again at Lydd. Very even start from the front row again, but Peter Hobbs is going to get the hold shot. Oh, big bump in the middle of the pack there. And Max O'Shaughnessy did well to hold it onto the road. I think the cone has got taken out again. Keith Segala's in the middle of it all in the Firestone suit, the number 25. But a little bit of rough and tumble there. Steep done by Pietro Pagano. Now that could be crucial in terms of championship. That's one of our big hitters in the lightweight standings at the moment. Already in trouble with the stewards. Look at Ed Bars here. Ed Bars up the inside of Steve Hicks. That's brilliant. That's fantastic. Can he get past the 114 as well? Side by side, three wide as they go into the horseshoe. Ed Bars is still going to fight his way to the front. Classic Bars work there. Calm as you like, took the opportunity, and that could be a big move, Howard, in the context of this race. Yeah. Fantastic stuff from Ed Bars. Steve Hicks is second, Pietro Pagano third on the road, but he has a penalty having taken out Max O'Shaughnessy on lap one.
Right then, so weather's been a bit changeable so far today. The test that I had for 20 minutes in the morning, that was in the wet, and it was gradually drying. So I think lap time started off just above a minute, ended up being, what did I do, like 57 seconds I think. By the end of the session there were some people with clear running putting in 54s, and then my first race was in the dry, which was fortunate that you get 5 laps before you do your first heat of the day, so that way you can acclimatise yourself to those conditions in case you didn't do the test that happens beforehand. And I've retreated into the car because now it started raining again. Hopefully it's just a brief shower. Weather forecast, if you believe it, says it's going to be dry and sunny for the rest of the day, but who knows? It does make for a challenging day when the weather, especially when you're at a circuit on the coast, when the weather's just, you cannot predict what's going to happen.
Row 8 will be Rob Langthorpe and Rob Dowsett. They're green, we're racing once more, and it's a very even start from the front row of the grid, but the number 13 is going to challenge for the lead, and Bailey Morgan has lost the lead from Billy Robson. Now, Billy Robson, on my timing, Howard, crossed start-finish before Bailey Morgan did. Now, it just went, there's a bit of contact towards the back of the field, so that's second on the even side of the grid.
It's not true, he was fifth.
He was fifth.
So he was on the odd side, and I did notice that they almost went two abreast, the second and third row, on that file of the grid. So
Mitchell curb warnings for Mitchell Alston and Daz Teal in recent moments. Rob Langthorpe continuing to come up through the field as well, having a good day in his C2 efforts.
I wonder if Robson's having some problems on the straights, Andrew, now already under pressure from Rob Langthorpe as they come into lap 6, and there's Rob Langthorpe challenging into the second chicane. I'm wondering if Billy Robson's got some problems in the straight line.
Yeah, quite possibly. Healy's starting to pull away from Morgan now. 45-0 against 45-5. Last time around, very close.
Altherson's trying to follow through as well.
Yeah, so Teal up to 5th place now. Still this battle going on the outskirts of the top 10.
Try and win this one on the road because he doesn't know. I say he doesn't know any better, but he doesn't know the state of play. Yeah, absolutely. Could see on the last lap as well, Rob Dowsett having a good battle. There he is now with Loic Ditchburn. Has actually got that move done last lap.
Stuart Hubbard took 2 places as well. Jordan Cranston falling down to 19th. Oh, cone penalty for Rob Dowsett, so that'll drop him out of the top 10 for 2nd place after the race. And all the penalties are applied. Daz Teal, 4th, will be promoted to 3rd once penalties are applied. And row number 6, James Browning and Rob Dowsett. So Mario Blanco Gonzalez starts from pole position. Daz Teal alongside on the front row. Away we go then. Another very even start from the front row of the grid. The number 58 of Mikey Nichols trying to get in there, but I think Daz Teal has held him off. But it'll be Gonzalez leading from Teal into chicane number 2. Stephen Westwood getting involved there in the red and white helmet, trying to get alongside of Harry Neal on the run out of chicane number 2. But another very clean start there, Howard, from the lightweights.
There at the front, Josh Adams is battling away there.
Yeah, Rob Newman actually needs a good result in this one because didn't have it all his own way in his 2nd race. And Daz Teal has taken the lead, so that must have been done right at the end of the first lap. So yeah. Daz Teal leads, crucial lead as well. Mikey Nichols takes 3rd. Now, hang on a minute, is that a best result of the year for Mikey Nichols?
Okay, so the wind noise basically made half this clip unusable. All I was saying in this portion was that Heat 2 I was happy with how it went. I gained a few positions by the end, and I obviously knew I was pushing hard enough because I got a cone penalty for the first time. So I guess I ran out of talent somewhere there, but hey, it was still a good race. And then the 3rd heat, I think I lost 1 position from where I started, but there were a lot of class 1s in that, which are the more experienced drivers. So I was still happy with that, and that's put me 7th in the B final, which is my highest starting place so far, so it's cool. So we'll see what happens.
Rob Dowsett and Lloyd McGeoch Williams are on row 4. Away they go then for the B final. Good start from the front row, and Irvin loses. Oh, it's got tipped round. Saves it. Brilliant save there from Alistair Irvin, but it's Gonzalez who's taken the lead early on as they head down into chicane number 2. That was a big moment for Irvin. There's a lot of big runners in this one, the likes of Mike Noon right in the middle of there, Max O'Shaughnessy in there, drivers we'd expect to see in the A final as they all file through. Pietro Pagano's made a good start as well from towards the back of the grid, having won of course in the C final. The rest of them filing through. There's Mike Noon and James Martin fighting in the middle of the circuit. What a race. Mitchell Alfredson is the unlucky driver in 3rd. Max O'Shaughnessy, I think you've got to tip your hat to him today.
The day's done. I've had the B final and it was okay. Not my finest race ever. I think I got caught up in a battle that meant I lost out a heap of time and some places, to be fair. But the interesting thing is I'm not so worried about where I finish overall, more thinking about my own performance and if I think I could have done better. And I know rounds here today, I've not been as consistent as I could have been in terms of the lines that I was taking, how much speed, braking, etc, etc. So there's some things to work on around this circuit anyway, and I'll take that forwards with me to other races. But it's like they say, your biggest competitor is yourself. Just going to splice this in here as a quick extra. I just thought about the physicality of Lydd Circuit. So to anyone who's not been here before, I would definitely say this is the most physical track that I've driven so far this year in Club 100, especially on the neck, because you've got so many fast, long corners. So that's something that I'm going to have to think about, because my wrists and neck are actually a bit sore for the first time in a few months, considering the training I've been doing. That surprised me a bit. So yeah, it goes to show that if your body's kind of whinging at you in the middle of a race, maybe that's attributable to my lack of consistency slightly today. So yeah, I'll take that forwards with me to the next race, which is at Whilton Mill, which will be the first race I've done in the sprints this year at a circuit that I've already driven at. So from the point of view, if I haven't got to learn the circuit anymore, or at least if it's dry I haven't got to learn the circuit, then I hopefully should be more competitive and hopefully capable of being in the A final, but we'll see what happens. And if you liked this video and you're enjoying watching the content that I'm making and you want to see more, then let me know what you think about this and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you guys next time.